I want to start with something that is fresh for me this week. Just a couple days ago, we had the big game in MLS. It was LAFC versus DC United. If you follow our work at all, you probably know I'm a DC United fan. Of course,
unlucky, Seb.
Yeah. Well, a few of my sporting fandom choices haven't worked out really over the years, but again, a topic for another show. So LAFC comes to town. It's the best of the best, right? Best of the East versus best of the West. And Carlos Vela, for like the 7th week in a row, is putting on a show that it's very clear that he doesn't belong at this level almost. And I don't say that to be disrespectful of Major League Soccer. It's really more to pay compliment to this version of Vela that we see that is not only brilliant, Herc, but consistently brilliant now, which is something we haven't always seen in the past. Just confirm for me, are we, in your opinion, seeing the best we've ever seen of Vela, you think?
No, absolutely not, because at Vela's best version, he was the third best forward in La Liga, right behind Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. Put Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi any way you want. Number 3 was Carlos Vela. There's a huge drop-off from that moment to Major League Soccer and him being the best player in the first 6 weeks of Major League Soccer's new season. Let's not go that far. Now, he did have a great game, but he also missed a penalty. He's also a player that, for as much as he does well, he kind of goes and coasts through games. He floats, he pick and chooses when, and he's still very effective. And I'll give you a few examples. Carlos Vela scored a goal and 3 assists versus Portland. And I called that game for Deportes. And I remember thinking after this game, that was a poor performance from Carlos Vela. That was subpar from Carlos Vela. And he scored a goal and had 3 assists. So he's kind of coasting through this league at this moment. I don't think LAFC or Carlos Vela are quite as good as we make him out to be at this moment. But Carlos Vela is no doubt playing at another level than everybody else in Major League Soccer.
It's interesting because when we talk about players and who the best player in the national team pool is, and who the best player is at the moment, I think Vela, for a lot of reasons, has always been near the top of that. Whether it's perceived talent, people will put him there. Whether it's the place that he's playing, because he's either been at some important clubs or clubs in important leagues, or linked with very important clubs, be it from the beginning of his career with Arsenal or just recently when he was linked to Barcelona. Yet for all that, he's maybe never been the guy that you claim certainly is that player. And now if you want to put him in that conversation, the thing that we used to always say, like, oh, him going to MLS won't be a problem, is now an argument against him. We're using it as an asterisk, Kirk, to say, well, what he's doing is great, but the level that he's doing at isn't good enough.
Yeah, and it's usually the people down south who follow Liga MX or follow the Mexican national team who use that asterisk against Carlos Vela and against Major League Soccer. So how are we being any different? How are we being any different now if we're downplaying what he's done? Because the interest was real. Because he was literally the next choice after Prince Boateng from going and playing in Barcelona. Because we actually believe this. Now, a few years back, Sebastian Jovinko had interest from Barcelona. And I think it was all hearsay, it was all talk, it was just rumor mill stuff. Nobody really took it seriously. There was some serious talk going on here. We actually bought into Carlos Vela actually fitting that mold, actually being a Barcelona player because of his relationship with La Liga, because of maybe his loan or a free transfer or whatever it may have been with Major League Soccer, both teams making out. It was actually realistic. Now, it didn't happen, didn't materialize. Prince Boateng went instead. But I think that made us think, well, Carlos Vela can still play. Carlos Vela maybe shouldn't be here.